Namaste. Welcome back to Yoga with David. Today we're going to look at pigeon pose with a variation that changes from pigeon pose into mermaid pose. Yeah. So it's still Ekabata Rajakapotasana. It's still the same name, but the upper body is doing slightly different thing. Yeah. The last video, if you saw, I posted on this pose. I used the wall as a support. And today I'm going to do exactly the same thing by adding on to it. Okay, we're going to get started. So from here, the props that you may need is a blanket. Yeah, I think the blanket is enough, even though for somebody who is maybe not very flexible in the hips, you can always fold the blanket up into a higher point where you need the support. Okay, so I'm going to get the blanket ready here, right next to my side. Yeah. I'm going to start the pose in a low lunge position with my right leg forward, stretching out the body. Lower the hands down, walking your right foot to the left hand, open the knee out to the side. Stretching your left leg back, point the toes behind you, getting into your pigeon pose. Now from here, right now with my flexibility, my right hip is maybe about 2-3 inches off of the wall. Later on, I'm going to try to balance in this pose. So on the floor, which means that if my right hip is not touching the floor, I may and fall if my hand is not on the floor. So I may not be able to balance and I may fall over to my right hip. So I'm going to get a blanket underneath my right hip. Especially those of you just learning this pose and having a little hard time balancing on the floor. Yeah, so we're going to start with this basic pose. Yeah. From there, use your hands on the wall, stretch your right hip back, bring your left hip forward so you're squaring off your hips. And then from there, slide your right hand right in front of you. And then reach your left hand back. Bend the left leg and hold on to that foot. Now from here, my left leg is bending, so I'm reaching my left arm back, so it's not the other way around. From here, I continue to use my arm to bend the knee. Pull the foot in a little bit more. Yeah. You can prepare this pose by stretching the thigh muscle, bring the foot down a little bit more if you need to. I don't think I actually need to do that. From here, instead, I slide my inner arm on the top of my left foot until my toes get to the inner elbow area, so you can see that my toes in the inner elbow area. And then I bring my left hand closer to my left shoulder. To prepare, I let go of this arm and then place my right hand and hook those fingers right in front of my chest. This could be a preparation. And then if you need to adjust again, place your right hand on the wall, get the toes in maybe a little bit more if it's sliding out. Now this time, to complete the pose, instead of bringing this hand in front of my chest or shoulder, I'm going to turn the elbow and then bring my hand up. Now make sure that your toes don't slide out of your arm, and then from here, I reach my arm over my head and I can still hook those fingers. And then from there, leaning my head back, look forward into the wall. And so if this pose, if this arm is pushing your head down, lightly lean back. Turn your head and look forward. And then when you're ready, let go of this pose. Free the back leg, lower the hands down to the floor, and stretch your legs back. Maybe stretch out your legs, or whatever you need to do to untwist yourself and stretch yourself. Yeah? I hope that, I'm not going to do the other side, it's exactly the same thing. So I hope that was helpful. Yeah. Using the wall, using the blanket to help you. Eventually you don't want to use a blanket and try to balance. And if you fall on the side, you're not going to hurt yourself, that's okay. Falling is your learning curve. If you don't fall sometimes, you never really figure out how to balance in that pose. Yeah? I hope that was helpful. Like this video if you want to. Leave me a message, feedback if you want to. If you have any requests, send me a message. Alright. Hope you're having a nice day. Namaste.